Good morning, YouTube. Hope everyone's having a great day out there. I know we got a little work done out at the ranch yesterday, and now Sadie and Bud and I are heading back out. Got a couple of guys coming out to ride. I'm going to play around on the equipment a little bit. Got the dump truck all set up. I think I'm gonna try and move some dirt today with the excavator and the in-dump, so that should be fun to watch. We're gonna start on that new section I kind of was working on a little bit, and it's like the Red Bull straight rhythm section type thing. Our version of it. It's not gonna be anything as crazy as what they do, but one of the kids that rides out there had the idea, so I was like, you know what, that's a good idea, we're gonna do it. But I think Lori might even come out later. We're gonna have a campfire tonight, probably gonna stay the night out there, and just enjoy the property. That's what we got the place for, just to, a way to get away and have some fun and get your mind off of things and get some family time, some friends come out, and should be a good time. So stick around and let's see how it goes. Saturday morning at the ranch. We're going to go to our favorite breakfast spot for when we go to the ranch. It's the old Speedway Market out here. Here we are, Speedway Market, or Speedway Mart. I'm doing advertising for you.
Okay.
Thank you. So here it is. The one and only biscuit and gravy with the egg on it. That's my go-to. We've made it out to the ranch. So I told you I was gonna sell a couple things. I went ahead and put that hydro crane right there on Facebook Marketplace for $3,500. I think that's a smoking deal for this thing. If somebody wanted to put the effort into it, the thing, it works, it runs. It's just been sitting for a long time. It just needs somebody to come in and spend some hours on it and TLC, and this thing would be a cool little crane to for anyone, just to, if you needed it to lift stuff. Or it's not going to be like a roadworthy type crane, but it is what it is. Oh yeah, I got my new rain gauge from Amazon, so I'll probably do that today too. I'll need to this one got broken, the wind took it, but that's my little rain gauge holder. Maybe I'll have to figure out a better platform, because I had it sitting on this table. I mean, that wind was insane. So you're talking about a wind like no other. But it's always got to be right there. Let's see if we can find those thingy bobbers. Here's the oil. We need the hydraulic oil. Gotta find those resistors. I know they're around here somewhere. They're in a white bag. Yep, there they are. They're not in a white bag anymore, but here, this is them. Okay, so here we have the new ones here. So I only have 4. I got five up there. So I'm hoping I get the right. I know a couple of those are still good, but what we're gonna do when we take them apart, we'll take a real close look at the corrosion and how bad they are. And the worst ones, we're gonna do those ones first, and then we'll go from there. So I'm gonna go ahead right out of the gate and say this one is probably a bad one, because that's not supposed to come out like that. It's supposed to be a plug like this. The inner portion of it is supposed to stay intact. So definitely gonna be replacing that one. So we're gonna see if we can get that to come out. And I have to get a set of pliers. All right, guys, let's go see if we got power in the cab. Hopefully I didn't screw anything up. And we got power. So that's good. Okay, so the throttle's working again. Now I wonder if it'll shut off on its own. Still won't do that. We got functionality, so I'm gonna go ahead and mount all those back together and drop that oil, put the hydraulic oil in it, and I'm gonna start loading this truck. All right, so we got them all on. Now we got to do the oil. It's got a leak. I rebuilt that Ram a couple years ago. These ones, they're not bad. I'm not sure where it's losing the bulk of the oil from. Could be right here, actually. This Ram right here. Matter of fact, that one definitely loses a lot of oil. I'll probably, if I start laying it down flat instead of leaving it vertical like that, until I can get this Ram off, I gotta take it in and have the seals redone. It's got a few leaks. It's got another one back here. It's not huge, but definitely loses a little bit of hydraulic fluid, so got to fix that issue with it. It's good for a ranch excavator. Both of these excavators are pretty much retired from construction. They're just they're ranch excavators, and great tool to have out here at the ranch. Pretty much do just about anything with these tools, and then a few other little things that we have. There's not a whole lot out here that we can't do ourselves, that's the idea. Out here, be fully self-sufficient. That's what we want. So yeah, got those all on. I'll show you just the one. Just that last one from the end there is the only one that we didn't do. Gonna have to order one more of those. Probably order a couple, because I mean, it's not like those things ever really go out. I mean, this machine's 30 years old, and it's probably the first time those have ever been replaced. Now we're gonna do some hydraulic fluid. Okay, let's start putting some dirt in the back of this truck. So I'm gonna set up right here next to the truck, and probably I'll get right there. I want to get everything down to this level here, so this is about 2 or 3 foot higher. So I'm just gonna start my little deal and start working my way back. So I'll have to move this one too. Before I move it, I'll show you guys what happened to the pin, which I already think I showed on another video, but you can see the sleeve that we welded on there. I let it get a little dry on the grease, which caused this thing to bind up. It had a bolt in it, and that bolt, when I was, you know, that's the sheer power of these things. When I was digging, it just ripped. I didn't even see it until after the fact. I mean, the pin's still in. Technically, I could still run it right here like this, but I'm not going to run it till we get this thing straightened out. So what I'll end up doing is I'm going to move it over here and out of the way, so we can have no problems loading trucks. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to load some trucks. So let's go ahead and fire this one up too. Just make sure we're going to be able to move it. Tell you, I mean, these older machines, they're old, but they're pretty darn dependable. This one's got a Cummins in it. Nice running machine. Look at that bloom, guys. It's beautiful. Just beautiful. So you can see kind of the elevation change where I'm at up here. This is about where I want to bring the parking area back to. So maybe another 40 foot this side of the truck to give us a nice flat area here. So all of this material right here, I'm going to remove. So we'll start right down there next to the truck. I'm gonna get you guys a vantage point up here for the first load. This will be the first load that I've done out here. And hopefully this is a good vantage point where you can see what I'm doing. And if the camera doesn't tip over, which it's wanting to. Gosh darn it, come on. I hope it doesn't tip over. All right, let's get her going. All right, so it's really warming up out here. As you can see, we got our first load done. And I'm gonna show you guys kind of the idea what I was shooting for. Just the start of it basically. But check it out. So here it is. Basically where the truck parked, it's pretty level. So what I'm doing is I'm just bringing that level all the way into here. And it really takes an elevation change right here. So it's gonna be a whole lot of material, I can see. So what we're gonna start doing is we'll start digging into the hill. Once I make a nice level pass through here, get everything down to that level, I'll come back into here and I'll turn this way. I'll start digging out of this hill. And when I get to the desired spot where I'm gonna stop, which is probably about 40 foot in, 40 foot more, I'll slope this at a nice slope so that it doesn't corrode. Right now I've got a vertical cut down here, so but I'll end up when I get to where I want to go with it, I'll end up sloping that. It's going to be quite a bit higher. It's probably going to be about 10 foot high, 10 15 foot high once we get back here, and then we'll slope that nice and neat. And then we may build an upper shelf up here where the Pioneers parked. Haven't quite decided on that just yet, but that would be kind of cool. So we might have an upper level and then this lower level, like kind of a two-tier system here. So got my first load in the truck, got it loaded pretty good there. That's a full load, probably close to 25 ton in there. So we're gonna go dump that on our straight rhythm course over here. So haven't really tried this yet. It's gonna be all new. I opened it up yesterday so I could get the truck down there. It's not super steep. There's some grass. I definitely don't want to be sliding around, but the idea is gonna be come down the road, pull in, back up if I can. With the weight on the truck, I'm pretty certain I can back up. So I'll back up, dump, drive all the way down to the bottom, hit the road, come all the way back up and around, and do it again. So we're just gonna be making laps. That's all we're doing today, is making laps. So let's see how it goes. I got her in low gear right now. I make this turn right here. I leveled it up so I wouldn't have a big tilt right here when I go to turn. It looks pretty good. I think we'll be fine. Won't really know until we try it, huh? Swing wide up in here. Get, bud, get! Keep the dog. He got to be right next to me all the time. Everybody's always worried about me running him over, which I'm not going to run him over, but if I tip over, can't really do a whole lot about that. Okay, so now I'm getting out here on this section here, and I'm gonna try to back right up into that deal and dump my first load. We'll see if this thing will if it'll let me get up in there. I don't know if it'll let me reverse up this or not. Well, I got the axles locked, so we're gonna see. Oh yeah, I figured with that weight it would do it. Well, I'm gonna see where. Let's check this location right here. I don't think I'll be able to go much higher anyways. Definitely don't like the angle that the trailer's on right there. If anything, I'll pull it forward some. But it is too steep, so it's not gonna let me. Next one I might try and dump right there. As long as I can drive beside each one, we shouldn't have any issues. So let's pull forward about 8 feet and see if we can dump it. Make sure my locks are undone. Yep, you can see the locks are up. So I'm gonna leave the locks and the gate open the whole time on this run, because it's only going from right there to here. No need to lock it every time. Pretty much only when you've got fine material or you're out on the highway. So, okay, let's see if we can pull forward, level the trailer, because it's kind of tilted like this, and you definitely don't want that when you're dumping. You want it as level as possible. I've seen these things tip over. That's kind of the only sketchy part about doing this job right here, is the uneven terrain. So we're gonna release the brake, see if I can get that trailer to level out a bit. Probably about right there is pretty good. Open up the gate. We're gonna kick the PTO on. It's been a while since I've run this thing, but PTO's on, gate's open. We're gonna throw that on. There we go. Keep a real close eye on this thing. Come on. There we go. That's all the way up. There's a little sketchy, I'll tell you that, but I think as long as we keep it on level ground, we'll be okay. Definitely a little sketch. Not sure why I lost so much air right there. Oh, I think because I was working the brakes. So we need to stay off the brakes. Well, there's load one down. Now we got to get out down this bottom here. This ought to be interesting. Let's see how hard it is. I cut this little section here yesterday so I'd see where I'm going. Make sure there was no holes or anything like that. This is the hard part right here. It gets pretty steep. I'm just hoping we don't get binded up right here. Once I'm coming through here empty was I wasn't really concerned about it. That's why I don't mind it being a little steeper. I just don't want to drag my bumper and tear up my truck. I think we're going to be just fine though. Ooh, it's definitely tight, guys. It is tight. I think we did it. Now we're going to go back up the hill and make a lap. Gotta watch out that spin right there. It tried to spin on me. Let's get through the gears. Keep that momentum up. Bud right there, always. Gotta be right by me. Sadie's way back there. She doesn't keep up too good. So that actually looked like a lot of dirt in the trailer, but I'll show you for reference. There's the pile right there. It sure doesn't look like as much on the ground, does it, guys? But that's the first of many, so let's keep it moving. So you got to go all the way up and around, and we're just doing laps. That's all we do is laps, lap after lap after lap. All right, made it back up on top. Now we're gonna drop back down. Throw it into first right there. Just gotta, this is pretty steep itself right here, so I just gotta be real careful not get too far over to the right, because it's a big drop off right there. There goes my air. I'm gonna ride these brakes. And here we go. It takes about, from load to load, I'd say somewhere around 25 minutes per load. So it's gonna take a long time to do this, but that's okay. We're just out here having some fun. Hope you guys are enjoying moving the dirt with me. I know it's not the most exciting thing, but like I said before, you know, just being out here moving some dirt and freeing up your mind. For me, it's therapeutic. I really enjoy it, and I'm really blessed to have the opportunity or the ability to be able to do stuff like this. And it's, you know, it's something I love doing, building these tracks. And so burning a little diesel and just out here by myself moving dirt. It's a pretty fun day for me. I don't think the dogs mind it too much either. So here's the start of our pit. We're gonna go ahead and fire up and load up another load.